Hey kids, it's great to see you again. Today I'm going to walk you through how to replace a bathroom faucet. This is actually the new faucet, so this is the finished version. I'm going to walk you through how to pull out the old one and put in a new one if you've never done that before. Today's video is sponsored by easyfix. I mentioned easyfix in a previous video. They're an excellent resource if you need help on most of your home projects. You can virtually connect with an easyfix Pro that will help guide you through your home repair project. It's really easy to connect with them. I'll show you how it works a little bit later in this video. But first, I have a dad joke for you. So, I heard a faucet knocking on my door. Let that sink in. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and removed my doors here just to give you a completely clear shot of what I'm doing here. I would recommend you get a bucket like this. This is a rectangle or a square. The nice thing about it is you can put it all the way up against the back, and that's why I'm using this particular one. I can catch any water that might fall. So the first thing you want to start with is turning off your water. These are your hot and cold water here, right? So we just want to turn those off. So that's off. And that's off, okay? So that's the first thing we wanted to do. Disconnect this, and look, things are mostly just hand tightened here, so you won't really need too much you won't need the wrench too much. So we're just gonna get that off. Some water is gonna come out of here, okay? So we're just gonna loosen that one too. We'll just drop this down to get this out of the way. See here, we can go ahead and remove that because we actually have a new spout here. We're gonna have a new one of these. All right, do you see that right there? That's connecting the plug, okay? Because when this flips up like that, it closes the sink, right? It closes the stopper up above, okay? So let's disconnect that. We'll just pull it off of here like this. Okay, so that's that. And then we'll just disconnect that. See, that's really going in there because it's connecting with that stopper. Okay, looks like it's got a little bit of rust. So, okay, so now that's not stopping that. So let's go ahead and remove this guy now. Okay, so we're just disconnecting that. You can see there's some plumber's putty left over from when this was done last time. That's the stopper from up above. See that? That's the stopper. So we'll pull that out. Okay, so that's all disconnected now, okay? We already cut the water off, but there's still gonna be some water in these lines, right? Running up to the faucet. So a little water is gonna come down once we detach those, but we need to detach those up here. Okay, do you see that now? Those are your two water lines where they're connected. I just need to unscrew that, okay? And my arm might get in the way, but I want to make sure you know what I'm doing here, okay? So I'm just gonna get on there and loosen that up because I just need to loosen it a little bit so I can get it off there. There's going to be some water that's going to come out, okay? So let's get them both a little bit loose, okay? Okay, I'm going to put my bucket back and reach up underneath there. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. Now, we just need to disconnect the old faucet. And it has just a hand crank here you can pull. Do you see that? Make sure you can see that. Pardon my arm, but can't really do it any other way. I'm gonna loosen one. All right, so it just looks like that. All right, so that's that. Need to do the other one. Okay, I can feel the faucet moving around up above because it's been set free. Okay, so we still have this guy on, right? So we're just gonna take that and remove it, okay? And all that was this just pinched, right? And then we slid it out, okay? That's how that worked. Okay, see that nut right there? We're gonna have to loosen that. So we just need to try to get to it. I'm sure it won't take much to loosen it. There you go. Okay, so that's free. Now it'll come out the top. You can see a little bit of the plumber's putty that was underneath there, okay? And then now you can see this is, and that'll slide right through now. See, it doesn't have that other piece connected to it. So all we gotta do now is just clean everything up. We wanna get this all nice and clean so that when we put in the new faucet, it'll look nice, and plus you won't have this gunk underneath here. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up quick. So remember, if you're in the middle of your project and you're struggling and you don't know what to do next, you can easily connect with easyfix. Simple as going to their website, and then you can see right here, the first thing, you can talk with a pro right away if you need to, or you can get a little closer to the problem and describe your problem, connect to chat, receive an assessment, and then if you keep scrolling on down here, you can narrow down what's going on. If you're working on an appliance, plumbing, flooring, your exterior, interior, heating or cooling or electrical, or then you could just talk with a pro. Pretty easy. Okay, so we got it all cleaned up and we're ready to go. There's a little discoloration here. I'm not going to be able to get that completely clean, but it's clean, right? There's no debris, okay? And then this, you got to put this gasket on first. That's the first thing you do, and it actually dummy proofs it for you. On this particular one, it says top and front. So there we go. Top and front. It's just going to sit like that. All right, so now we got our faucet, and we're just going to go ahead and put it right down inside there. We need to connect it from the other side. So you just want to make sure it's seated good on top of that gasket, right? That it's not wonky, right? You can tell when it's seated properly. Okay, so now we just need to attach these just like we did, just how we removed it. Now we're putting it right back on with this new faucet. All right, so I'm just going to try to reach around so you can see better. So all I'm doing is just putting that on there. Okay, there we go. We're close. We don't want to overly tighten it until we get both of them on, and then we kind of go back and forth to make sure that it's seated properly. Okay, let's kind of get it a little bit snug, and then I'm going to go back to the other one. Make sure it's a little snug. Okay, I can tighten it a little bit more. This one here, I'll tighten it. Okay, so that's all you need to do. You don't need a wrench for this. This should come with your new faucet. And so this is the mechanism that goes in here that allows your stopper to move up and down, right? So when we install this, I just wanted you to see this from down below, or from up above, before we put it in down below, because what's going to happen here is you're going to have the thing from up above that you pull up and push down. That's going to be connected to this, which will allow this to open up and close for you. Okay, thought I'd just show you that from while we got it, and it's all nice and clean, and I'll probably try to show you from underneath too, but I thought I'd just show you a much cleaner view from up above. Okay, now is where we need our plumber's putty, and what we're going to do is we're just going to detach this top here from here. Okay, this top part is going to be up above in our sink, and we need that, okay, because that's going to sit in our sink, right, that we've cleaned, right? We cleaned our sink. Okay, so now we're going to take our plumber's putty, okay, and you just roll it between your fingers and get it out to a decent amount, right? We don't want to go too little, but we don't need to go too much. You don't want to have it be too much, but when this squeezes down in there, you want it good enough to where it squeezes in and it actually comes out the top, and then you just clean it from the top, okay? So we're gonna get ourselves something like that, and then we're just gonna wrap this around here, okay? We're gonna wrap it around here, okay? Okay, so something like that, right? Again, that might be a little too much. That's okay, because we're gonna, we'll scrape it off from the top. You just want it to fill in any of those gaps there, so something like that, okay? Now, we just put this down here, right? It's just gonna go there, and like I said, it'll squeeze out the top, especially once you tighten it, okay? Because now from down below, we're gonna tighten this back up into that. All right, so now we're down underneath, and you wanna make sure that you got some space here, right? So when this thing came from the manufacturer, it was up here, this washer, and it wouldn't have been able to reach. So we had to pull that back, okay? And then now we're just, up top, I'm just gonna put it through here, and up top I can see it, okay? So I'm just kind of holding it while I'm twisting. Okay, so that's pretty solid like that. And then I actually want this to be in the back, like that, okay? I need this particular thing in the back, because that's gonna connect with this, right? So that we can open and close that stopper, okay? So now we can tighten this up. All right, so I just wanted you to see this. See that plumber's putty, how it oozed out of there? You just take that and scrape it off. Okay, so now we're gonna attach this to our plunger from up above. And I'm gonna go ahead and give myself plenty of room. I can see this and this. These need to be able to line up. I'm gonna have to pick a hole. Okay, so let's get it up there pretty good. And then now I gotta tighten it. And I'm gonna use a wrench to tighten it too, right? See, I'm trying to get my arm out of the way, but you gotta be able to see that nut right there. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it. So that's good. We're gonna attach this down below, and it's gonna go into here to allow that to lift up. That's what that looks like, okay? So when we put this in, we wanna make sure it's facing backwards, okay? You don't wanna put it in like that. You want to make sure that that thing is towards the back, the hole, right? Not this way, but this way, okay? So we're facing that way. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece here, okay? And we're going to put it into here for now. We don't have to connect it to that other thing yet, but you want the ball facing in, okay? Okay, that looks good. Okay, so now you need to decide which hole you're gonna put it in. And so I've decided that I'm gonna put it in this hole, the second one from the bottom, okay? Because when I'm up above, I can see that when I pull up, it closes. When I push down, it opens, okay? So that's where I wanna put it, right here. Okay, so now you gotta slide this clamp on. This gets a little bit tricky, but you can do it. So first thing you want to do is you want to remove that, and then you slide one of these on this side, okay? And then we're going to put it through that hole. Okay, so this is how this is supposed to attach. I finally had to just turn off the camera so that I could get up underneath here and do this. But so you have to put this piece on first, and then you have to slide that on, and then you have to put that on, and then you just slide it over. See, now we can adjust it by pinching that, okay? But now it's on there good. All right, so mine came out good here where I ended up putting it, but remember that you have this nut up here, right? That you can adjust this. If this doesn't come out right for you, or this is good for me, you can adjust that, right? Just with that nut up there, and just loosen it and tighten it to make it line up for you better. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect my water lines, okay? That's right up there. I'm just gonna hand tighten it first, because you wanna make sure that they're on there good. Okay, and then now I can go ahead and tighten them the rest of the way. Okay. Okay, I think we're solid. I'm gonna snug those other things up to make sure that it's not moving up above. All right, so we got our new spout here. We're just gonna kind of reverse what we did before. You need to put this piece up here first, and then this is a washer, okay? That'll go up on there like that, okay? And then now we got our threads, so we need to put our threads up here, and then we can tighten that guy down, okay, like that. And then that's there to connect to here, so we'll go ahead and put that here and tighten that down. Close, right? We don't want to tighten it all the way until we make sure that we got things lined up. Okay, there we go. All right, so everything's lined up. I can cinch it up even more now. Okay, that one goes that way. This one goes here. That tightens up there. That tightens up there. Okay. I think we're golden. Okay. So I'm gonna put my bucket underneath. My trusty bucket. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn the water on here. Always a little scary. All right, so this is one of the things I liked about this particular faucet, is being able to move that back and forth. And then here we go. Things are working properly. Okay. And then let's take a look at our plug. There's our plug. It's a little tight on this particular sink, but we're good. So that is working properly. Okay. I'm sure we've all had the experience of reading through all of the instructions and still aren't quite clear what to do next. If you still need help with this project or another home project, you can reach out to easyfix. You just go to easyfix, right, and connect with a pro so that they can help you with it. I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for watching.